you been up to?
I've been riding on a daydream.
Alright guys, so we're at Three Flags RV Resort, and you know the deal. You're going to have control over this video, just like in the past. Feel free to grab your laptop or your screen, grab by your mouse, and you can flip it around and do whatever you want with this video. You can run it up and down, you can turn it around, you can do whatever you really feel like. If you want to see what's going on behind us, go right ahead, flip it around. Again, you can do this on your tablet or on your device, whatever that may be, your phone, or even in your PC. It all depends what you want to do, what you want to see. Now, as far as our voice and what you're hearing, it's going to be noisy. It's just picking up a lot of different sounds. So whatever you decide to do, you may not be able to hear us, but you'll definitely be able to see what's going on. So this is the campground that we're staying at. We've been here for the last 3 weeks. We'll be here for another week. And from this point forward, we will be spending the rest of the winter in Florida, obviously. So let's go ahead and jump into it and let you guys see what we see while we're standing here. First thing you can try to get an idea about is that this is a campground. It's traditional campgrounds. So that's really, really nice, but I'm just going to give you a quick overview. This is the office. This is where you do your check-in. You can see people coming in. You've got different staging areas here, not just right inside the door here. When we first came in, I assumed that this was the only place we could park, and obviously there's a lot more here. I don't know what that person's doing, they're going the wrong way. But there's a lot more for parking you can see in this area. As far as check-in, this is the way to go. And then of course this is the office off to the right here.
They will accept packages. You just can't have your daily mail delivered here.
Yeah, they'll
You don't want to be dealing with envelopes and little. They will, but she said she didn't want a bunch of stuff from each person.
Right. So here's the swimming pool, and there's changing room, shower house there. And the area is overall nice. It's pretty unused, I'll be honest with you. We've rarely, it is winter in Florida, so not a lot of people have been using the pool, but pretty good size. How'd you jump in? Tell me what it's like. It's 8 foot on the deep end. Yeah, it's very, very warm. There were people swimming here yesterday, and it was 60 degrees outside. It was in the high 60s, but still.
It used to be warmer for
Yeah, right. So we'll go ahead and walk through the rest of the park again. Not a lot of commentating, I don't think, on this one, but at least you can see what's happening. The park is well taken care of. And our Ohio buddy left. Yep. There's somebody here that had been here since the day we got here. And now he's gone. So there's basically 2 sections to this park. This is the front section that we're staying in. And you can see, if you want to flip your cameras around and look off to where I'm pointing over in this direction, you can see our RV over there. We're just a couple rows in. It's an ideal spot. It really is. One of these underneath the trees would probably be more ideal for the summer, as far as shade. But as far as getting in and out of the park, you don't have to drive but just a couple rows. The speed limit is 10. Please do the speed limit. Like they said, speed bumps. Only you can prevent speed bumps. Off to the right is I don't know, farmland. If you guys want to take a look over there, I don't know how to describe it, but there's like an old abandoned house, and every once in a while cows approach the fence.
You can hear them at night.
Yeah, yeah. Occasionally you hear them mooing out there. And this place is kind of out in the middle of open field, basically.
All the streets are named after states.
Yep.
I think we're on Alabama.
Yeah, we were originally going to stay on Ohio, but decided not to. The other thing you'll see in the park is there's a lot of bike riding activities, I guess. A lot of people walking every day. Their routine. And again, the front half of the park is, I think, more for transient. Although some of them look like they're pretty darn permanent.
There are probably some permanent sites up here.
Yeah. In the back, you can see a lot of sites that are permanent or seasonal. The other thing I want you to take notice of, it seems to be that there are very few travel trailers here compared to fifth wheels and Class A.
We're outnumbered.
Yeah. Sorry about the breeze if that's coming through. One way this way, obviously, and then that's how you go out. The circle is one way. All the roads that go back and forth, that you actually pull in to get your camper parked, those you can go in either direction, but the circle is one way. And of course, these are one way. Now, up on the left here is the laundry facilities, and you've seen us shoot video from there. The laundry facilities inside are pay by phone. You can do that, pay by an app,
Or cash.
Or cash. You can just do quarters, and it's reasonable.
$2.
Yeah.
$2 to wash, $2 to dry. It's almost an hour, I think, in the dryer.
And of course, this is the recreation center, clubhouse, where they have church events.
Oh, look at the fire. We're going to burn some picnic tables.
Yeah, looks like the picnic tables are going bye-bye. This is the mini golf. Bring your own putters and your own balls, I think, at this point.
Like that dog's got kennels.
And what we're going to do is take a right here and walk down that part of the loop and over towards the end. But you can see this is a whole different section, and these are more seasonal. Although you can potentially have a site back here.
At least one for sure when we got here that was open for us to pick out.
Right. But again,
Some of the areas back here, though, look like if it rained, they would be pretty wet.
A lot of Class A's, so it's overwhelming. So the repeater out here for the Wi-Fi. I know our Wi-Fi is pretty darn good where we're at. You do pay for the Wi-Fi. It's not free here, but you get pretty decent speeds. Obviously much more shaded back here also. Overall there's more shade than the front half. So again, summer, that's probably why a lot of seasonals are back here.
Up against the front land.
Yeah, you can see off in the distance. I'm going to go ahead and point so you guys can flip your cameras around your screens. You can see those cows out there.
Back there.
Yeah, there's a lot of them underneath the tree back there. Yeah.
There's not many in this park though.
No, there's not. Solitude's being pulled by 2500.
Yeah.
Look. Look, there's a J.K. mug. Look, right here. Oh, it's for storage back there.
Yeah. Nicest day it's been in 5 days.
That is true. Living by power lines. So again, as far as seasonal, I would assume that that's why a lot of people back here is in the shade for the summer. It would definitely be much nicer trying to stay cool back here.
Some of the lots are pretty decently sized.
Yeah.
And then some of them are a little small.
Yeah, I have to say that if you're trying to decide where you want to park, you definitely need to look at the lot size. Because we've got some of our neighbors on sites that are really small and turn sideways up against the panels with their slides, and then we've got other ones that are plenty big. So you definitely want to pay attention to that. Well, we're almost back to where we started, and then the completion of this loop, and then we'll walk around back to our place on the front loop. Yeah, as you can see, it's actually, I'm getting a little bit of a sweat going. But we're not that far from Christmas. How many days? 20?
15?
15?
Less than 15. I think, isn't today the 11th?
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
15.
So a couple weeks away.
Celebrate Christmas until the summer, so with my mom's family, or with my mom and the family.
Yeah, if they can't even do it then.
Right?
This is where they had their Thanksgiving dinner.
You have some pictures of that in there?
Yeah. You can go and just take a quick look in here if you guys want to. There you go. There's the laundry room. We've been in this already on a previous video. Oh, yeah.
Spots back here too on this road.
Yeah.
During the morning.
Yes, right. Of course, this shade may not be available during the summer because the sun's a little bit higher in the sky.
So they don't have a pet park or whatever you want to call it, but this is the pet walkway.
Yeah.
And you can bring the pet over here.
Morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, there's no corral or anything like that. So this is the dumpster here, and I think they pick up a couple times.
I think they pick up twice a week.
Yeah. This dumpster, we haven't found it to be necessarily heaping, but one day during our stay here. And as far as I know, they have a rental cabin here too.
Pretty dog.
Well, they said Class A's and motorhomes. Yeah. Class A on fifth wheels, that's what I meant to say. And we're circling back to our spot, which has done pretty well, other than the pine cones falling in the middle of the night, hitting the air conditioner covers and the vent covers. That's pretty loud. So we'll head back down our row and finish this out. There's a large fifth wheel here. It's being pulled by a semi.
Got 7 slides.
Yeah, with 7 slides on it.
Gotta be so roomy in there.
Yeah. And here's our new RV. So that's it, guys. We walked the perimeter of the park there, pretty much seen everything. It's a nice campground, and we haven't seen anything that made us think that it would be a problem like during rain. Let me go ahead and fix you guys here.
It's rained a few times.
Yeah, we've had rain, and we haven't noticed anything that makes me think that there's a problem, maybe with certain sites, but not here and not overall. Will we stay here again? Yeah. Yeah, I would stay here again.
Yeah, it's very nice, very clean. If you have kids, there's not a lot to do.
The swimming pool.
The swimming pool, so if you like swimming, but there's not a playground or anything like that. So you might want to reconsider
For kids.
if, you're looking for a place with a playground, because they don't have one here.
Right, right. If you're looking at 1,000 Trails for that, I would assume that the next place we're going, Orlando RV Resort in Claremont,
I think.
If anything, even if the park doesn't offer a lot, it's Orlando. So, of course, you have all kinds of stuff to do. As far as the traffic out here, we hear it. It's not all the time. Sometimes it's busier than others. And as far as the tractor trailers that come through here, occasionally you hear cars and bikes occasionally that'll wind it up. It's a pretty good straightaway that's out here. And as far as the situation going back towards 75, let me just say that there is fast food restaurants, but don't expect anything spectacular. The one downfall that I can say about the area, and I'm talking about from this point here going towards 75, everything down that area, the service is horrible. You got really bad service down there. The food's okay if they could ever get an order right, and I'm not talking about just one time. It's happened multiple times. Plus, we went to the gas station down there. It is a truck stop. It's a Pilot Flying J that's down there, and there's panhandlers.
it's not a good area. There's an adult bookstore down there, or I shouldn't say a bookstore, adult store. I don't know. That shows how old I am.
I think.
They used to be called adult bookstores back then, but it's an adult superstore. I have no problem with that, and I would love to go in there myself. But just talking about all the people, the type of people that we meet down in that area, I'd be afraid to even go in there. It's just shady. Shady. That's the best way to describe it. Now, as I'm looking out from right out the gate, if you make a right, everything that direction, once you get to 301, 301's okay. That stretch of road's okay.
It's busy.
But if you go a little further into the villages, it's just like you would expect. It's catering to much richer, older people. So everything is a little bit more nice overall. Everything about it's really nice. If you go a little bit further down the 44 here, it's State Route 44. If you continue further, you'll get into like the Leesburg area, Lady Lake, which is kind of off of 301. Those areas are nice. We liked all that, and there is a lot of stuff to explore out that direction. But as far as the campground, like I said, we would come back. It's a 1,000 Trails campground, so in our case, we can stay here for 28 days, and it's definitely going to be on our radar. Of course, we would much rather prefer being at the beach somewhere, and this is not close to the beach. It takes about 35 minutes to get to the Gulf Coast, maybe 45 minutes to get to the Gulf Coast from here. But we went to the restaurant with Rick and Judy. That was the crab plant, and that's on the water. It didn't take very long to get there. And you drive through some nice cities getting over that direction too. So that's our overview of the park. We wanted to get this up for you. Again, if you're not familiar with this format, this is a 360 camera, so you can and you have control over this. If you have a VR headset, you can put that on and just look around. If not, just use your phone. You can either stand and turn and move your phone around to see what you want to look at, or you can just use your finger and scroll the screen and move it. Now, when this video first gets uploaded, the quality of the video is going to be very low, and then it will slowly increase in quality, and that is something YouTube has to do because there's so much information on the video that I'm uploading that it takes them a while to process it and put it in full definition. So that's it, and
as always, we hope to see you out here. Bye!
Bye.